The name is Speed McFastface. Some might say I was born to coach the fastest team alive, and those people would be right. I'm happy to say I have now signed my contract and I am the manager of Wolves, a club we will promptly be renaming to Track and Field FC. Hold the field. For I have one job. My job is to assemble a team of the fastest players in the entire 500,000 person Football Manager database that do not play in top 5 leagues. So that means no Mbappe, no Erling Haaland. No, we want the fastest players at every position from somewhere else. We've assembled a scouting team that is going to survey the track meets instead of the field. And we believe that this is going to create a more successful team than the one that Wolves has right now. So let's get to it. We've got all the money we need to acquire all of these players. Go sign them, gentlemen. Well, not you guys, my staff. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my staff, sorry. And we're obviously starting with the goalkeepers, where we have signed Dalberson from Guarani. He's a goalkeeper with 17 pace. And if you don't know how Football Manager works, it's a scale of 1 to 20, 17 being ridiculously fast. But our starting goalkeeper will be Carlos Moreno, a Mexican goalkeeper who's been given 16 pace in the game for some reason. He's the regular starter at Pachuca in real life, but we're happy to have him here. Scouts! I can't just have goalkeepers, dang it, I need more speed. These goalkeepers, they're not fast enough. Do you understand me? Sir, yes, no, we understand completely. We actually have good news, sir. We have identified 2 players outside the top 5 leagues that have 20 pace. Did you just say 20 pace? Our 2 star signings, the 2 max pace players that play outside the top 5 leagues. Center back, Emiro Garces of LA Galaxy. The other 20 pace player is a winger, Olakunle Olasegun from the Russian league. The scouts that I sent out to all the tracks in the land managed to wrangle 2 19 pace players as well. Winger Joseph Paintsil from LA Galaxy, actually has 15 caps for Ghana, and Jamaican winger Norman Campbell from Randers FC in Denmark, which, and I had to double check this, is a long way from Jamaica. But the majority of our team would exist at 18 pace, which is still far faster than the average Premier League player, because my name's Speed McFastface, and this is Track FC. What did you expect? And you know what? With that speed, we're gonna dominate this league. Dominate it. But unfortunately, as somebody that's so emotionally invested in speed, I'm not much for tactics. So I've gone to my assistant coach and asked for a basic tactic that gives me 4 different attacking players, and this is how we've lined up. You know Painsul and Olasegun, but Daisen Maeda of Japan has made this team with his 18 pace and acceleration. The attacking midfielder is Jonas Thurkelson of Norway. He's rocking 17 pace. There's not as much speed in the central midfield positions, but the slowest guy on this team is a goalkeeper with 16 pace. Everybody else has at least 17, which is crazy. The other midfielders are Taiki Amagasa and Dutch player Jerry St. Just, with the left back American Dewan Jones, center back Jaden Oosterwolde, center back Miles Robinson, another American, hell hath frozen over, and the right back Andre Rațiu, a Romanian. Remarkable and impressive nationality diversity. And you know how we found these guys? We scouted the 100-meter trials in every country. A very expensive scouting staff. The team is ready. All right, boys, gather around, team meeting. I know you might think you've been brought here to play football matches and to win them, but in reality, you have been brought here to Track FC for one thing, and one thing only. To run. For my forefathers ran, and thou shalt run if thy forefathers doth run. Really simple if you think about it. I'm paying you to run. And let me be honest, if you do not continue to run, we will all die over the course of this season. Painfully. None of you play top-level football, but I believe in what we're doing here. You can do this. Come on, baby, let's go! First match, Manchester City. Come on, boys, run! Run! Run, boys! Speed! Speed! Okay, it didn't go well, but Carlos Moreno had an 8.7 as the goalkeeper because he's fast. Speed! But in the following match, our boys would start to figure it out. Use the speed. Find the speed. You have 20 pace. Why are you moving like a snail? There you go. There you go. Run by him. Run by them all. Woo! Woo! I am a genius! Speed kills Oh, I am a genius. Nobody has ever discovered this before. I mean, after 2 matches, we're way ahead of the relegation zone, okay? With a bunch of non-top 5 league guys, I mean, seriously. The era of Speed McFastface has arrived. Our next match would see even more dominance from the Speed Boys. Surely we couldn't actually be a European threatening team with just speed. Well, they can't keep up with us. We're gone. Rats you. Speed. We're on that. It's all speed, baby. No room to breathe. We cover the whole field. The whole field is ours. Goal. Dies in Maeda. But our previous optimism would give way to a couple of defeats to Newcastle and Leeds United, leaving us in 14th. Remember, Wolves in real life still don't have this many points. And I'm saying that with confidence, even though this video has to be edited after I film it. They still don't have 6 points. So we're way ahead of the pace here by just getting fast, guys. All right, guys, listen up. I'm not seeing enough speed from everybody, so I need you to watch the Zealand Twitch streams with Malia, the new football manager save that Zealand's playing. You can also watch it on Zealand Live. I've been told reliably that watching these streams will help increase your speed. Come on, watch the streams. Be faster. It's scientifically proven. But with 33 matches left, I'm a little worried that the gimmick has already run its course. We barely survived Plymouth on a penalty shootout in the League Cup. And then a road trip to Tottenham. Come on, dude. The card changed colors in his hand. I'm getting a red card from somebody from the wizarding world of Hogwarts. Let's go! Speed! Tottenham would amass over 3 XG, and then we're down to 8 outfield players, but they have the speed to pretend that they're 10, and that's what matters. Surely not. Redebe. We're the greatest team in the Prem. We're the greatest team in the history of the Prem. We're the greatest team that has ever graced the grass. 9 men. 9. There's only one number that matters, and I don't see it here. And that's speed. After hammering out a couple of draws, it's becoming clear that yours truly, Speed McFastface, has built a team of speedsters that is clearly not gonna struggle in the Prem. I expected us to be in danger of relegation the entire year. I'm tied with Arsenal on points. I'm ahead at Chelsea and Tottenham, and what the hell is going on in the league this year? Well, first of all, they obviously got Sunderland wrong, and second of all, they hate Burnley in this game. But hey, look, I'm not gonna help them out, all right? We've got fast guys. Taiki Amagasa's literally running circles around the entirety of Burnley right now. Who needs speed when you've got quality? Said nobody ever. The only reason we scored that was the speed. And speed continued to kill, with wins over Crystal Palace. Aston Villa with a particularly speedy 2.55 XG for them, which you can ignore that. And Nottingham Forest in wild fashion that included 4 goal contributions from Joseph Paintsel. Oh, it's Paintsel again. He's the greatest player ever with that speed. You know what that is, chat? That's all speed. If he wasn't fast, he wouldn't have been able to score that. The string of victories cultivated in a 2-1 win over Manchester United that had 2 more goals from the speed demon himself, Joseph Paintsel. Oh, he's done it again! He's just so much faster than everybody! Track FC, playing the way Track FC should be playing. Oh, run right by him. No, nobody in the world can run with you. Just run right by them. That's it. Get the ball, run, bring it back somewhere. You're gonna find somebody, and that somebody's name is Joseph Paintsel. Those 4 straight competitive wins were spoiled by Arsenal and then Liverpool, but right back to it with a 1-0 win against Brentford. And don't look now, but Track FC here is at 5th in the entire Premier League, with just the fastest guys outside the top 5 leagues getting the job done. Oh, by the way, Joseph Paintsel is ahead of Mo Salah for a number of goals scored this year, and he's tied for 4th in the entire league with 10. He also has 7 assists, which means Joseph Paintsel has a goal contribution per game on Track FC. We found our hero, our speed god amongst the speed gods. Are we actually going to make Europe with a team of track stars? Yes, of course, that's the only option. But what Track FC would continue to struggle with is the road trips against the really good teams, which I guess is what everybody struggles with. A loss away to Liverpool, a loss away to Manchester United. Not one of the really good teams, but an away loss nonetheless. Away against Everton, and even at home against Newcastle. But, Joseph Paintsel still scored, so. This means that by January, our team of track stars is still in 6th in the league, 4 points out of the top 5. I smell a Champions League push. And for those Manchester United fans that got mad at that little joke that I just made there about Speed FC, look where we are. Look where Manchester United is. Maybe you guys should sign all the track stars, huh? I'm showing you the way. Somebody needs to sign Paintsel, though, for crying out loud. But the problem with speed? It needs to be maintained. And as the season wore on, our brave soldiers from Track FC were undone, rather horrifically. Man City 3-1. Bournemouth 1-0. Oosterwolde getting a red card for speeding. The game's not ready for us. Nottingham Forest 1-0. Crystal Palace 2-1. Aston Villa 5-1. Come on, boys. We need more speed. Where's the speed we had earlier in the season? This can't be happening. We've got Europe in our sights, and we're letting it slip. We're moving slow. You know what you're not doing? You're not running. Coventry in the FA Cup 3-0. They're not even in our league. They don't have one guy with the speed that all of you have. We need to be running. Brentford 1-0. But at least we beat Manchester United. Speed! Well, let's say a good Amagasa. Speed. Took the shot so fast they couldn't react. That's the meaning of speed. This brutal run of results knocked us down out of European places all the way down into 11th. But I think it's pretty clear at this point that Track FC has achieved far greater than what Wolves has up to this point this season. We sprinted through our final set of matches, but our fate seemed to be sealed. An aggressively mid-table finish, a cool 10 points off any European places. But mind you, we formed this team by scouting the globe for just the fastest footballers that we could find. And considering that none of them played in a top 5 league in Europe before this experience, I would say that went pretty well.
Mr. Speed McFastface, your final press conference as the Track FC project is brought to a close. Just wondering, what do you feel like you've learned from this experience?
Well, look. We came into this with a clear goal to prove that speed was superior. We found the fastest guys we could. We managed to compete against the best footballers in the world, in the best league in the world, with nothing but guys that were running around at max speed. And you know what? I got to give them credit, even though I feel like we let ourselves down there at the back end of the season. I feel like we were running, as hard as we possibly could be. And I couldn't have asked for more speed from any of these speedy boys. Not one of them. Actually, everybody except for Joseph Paintsel can kick rocks because he was really good. Just a little bit faster than all these other guys,
What was your favorite part of the season?
So at the end of every practice, we would run the 100-meter dash.